You're listening to Head Voice, bringing you inside the minds of singers and sound creators who are redefining what it means to make music with the voice. I'm Evan, and this week we've got a special episode for you. We've done a Hot Ones inspired episode that we live streamed on Facebook. The concept of it being that we're eating a lot of spicy food, increasingly spicy food, just kind of having fun, talking about ourselves, talking about Head Voice. It was a really good time, and thank you to everybody that tuned in when we were going live last week. This is a very different format for us, so please tell us if you like it, hate it, love it, never want to see it again. Anything helps. We're doing this for y'all ultimately. As you might be hearing, there's a new intro theme song that Kayla and I made, and we're really, really excited about it. Erin Bentledge allowed us to use her song Easier To for a super long time as our intro song, and we love that song. It'll always have a special place in our hearts. But we're really excited about the new stuff that's coming. We've got a panel coming up at Boss called Bursting the Acapella Bubble. We've got some great interviews lined up for the next few weeks, and any references that we made during the show will be found in the show notes as per usual. And without further ado, this week's episode with Kayla and me.
This is our live stream of Head Voice, our first live stream, and we're doing this as a special episode for our 52nd episode, which means we've done a year of shows, which is nuts.
Yeah, so just to explain to, welcome, to explain to anybody who is tuning in, what is happening today is there's a show called Hot Ones on YouTube that I'm a big fan of, and what they do on that show is it's this guy, Sean Evans. He interviews celebrities and actors and musicians and entrepreneurs and makes them eat increasingly spicy chicken wings while asking them questions. And so we were like, we just wanted to do an episode that was just us because we had a lot of fun doing the last one and people listened to it, which was weird. So I was like, let's do that for our show. And Kayla was like, if you really want to. And so I convinced her. And then so that's what we're doing.
And now it's happening. And
yes.
Now this is a thing that's happening.
Yeah. So the format of today's show is we have some like things that we're going to talk about, but you're also, if you have questions or comments at any point, just write them in and we'll probably just respond to them as soon as we get them. I'm going to walk you through the hot sauces that we've got here. We're doing a 5-level, potentially a 6-level challenge
I think it's going to be 5 for me.
Yes, it might be 5 for Kayla. We're also probably going to do different amounts of hot sauce on things. We're starting with a classic, Frank's Red Sox. Frank's Red Sox. Frank's Red Hot is what we're starting with here. A nice little tame sauce. And then we've got a little sauce called Pain is Good.
Can we get a close-up on that visual? Look at
fire roasted green sriracha pepper sauce.
That's how I like to feel when I eat hot food.
And then we've got a nice little aardvark, a secret aardvark, habanero hot sauce. I just got this at Shaw's Supermarket today. Frankie V's Spooky White. And then we're going to close probably with Melinda's XXXX Reserve. And then if we're feeling crazy, there's a ghost pepper sauce in the back. So, we're just going to kind of go down through some random topics that we had talked about. We should probably start with our first little tender.
I like
here.
Frank's, so I think this will be nice.
Yeah, I think this is.
And I'm very hungry.
A good tasting thing.
Doing a drip drop. Hot sauce number 1, Frank's going on vegan chicken finger, not nugget. There you go.
What were we going to start with?
I'm literally eating the microphone.
This is a wild episode that we're doing right now. So I think we're going to start with our backgrounds, kind of, where we came from and everything. Do you want to start? Do you feel digested?
Okay, I'm done chewing into the mic. Hi, everyone. If you don't know who I am, my name is Kayla, and I'm co-host of Head Voice. And I am from Northport, New York, which is kind of near Huntington, if anyone knows where Huntington is, on Long Island. I started in acapella in high school when I joined the Multicolored Tights, and I had these nice pink paisley tights that I wore in that group. And I still have them and I love them. And then I got to college and went to Boston University and was in the BU Troublemakers for 4 years. And then graduated, and now I'm in Birdland Avenue with some of my lovely friends and roommates who are probably watching right now. And we started this podcast in March of 2017, and now here we are, 1 year later. So, Evan, tell me about your life.
Yes, my name is Evan Lindsay. I am the co-host, the other co-host of this podcast. I am from San Francisco, California. I played music in some capacity all my life, did band, was a band kid. Then I did choir, and I was like, this is better. And then I was in the Testosterone in high school, was music director of that, and then really wanted to do acapella in college, and didn't get into any groups. And then I did get into a group my sophomore year, which was Kayla's group, which is the Troublemakers. And I did that, and that consumed my life. And then now I am in Birdland with Kayla, and I also record acapella, do master classes, arrange, and I'm actually working on live sound right now with a company called Bay State Sound. So yeah, that's who we are kind of vaguely. We went into a little bit more detail in episode 34, which is our kind of about us episode. So if you want more things like that, feel free to check out that episode.
Cool. So now we're just going to do some fun cues and about some more about us. Evan, would you want to talk about some of your favorite hobbies and activities that you like to do?
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Some of my hobbies, things that I like to do are, I'm a fake fan of RuPaul's Drag Race. I watched like 2 seasons, but I really like it. And Drigo's going to call me out. Drigo wants to be in the video right now, but I think we'll get to that a little bit later. So that's the thing that I like. I'm also a big baseball nerd. My team is the San Francisco Giants, and I have always loved baseball and do fantasy and horrible things like that. What else do I do? Anything else besides music?
You like making foods?
Oh yeah, I love to cook. I'm a big person of doing the cooking. As I mentioned, I hate to say this publicly, but I am a vegan person, and I love making weird vegan things. We actually have a question.
Oh, I love this. Yasi just asked, what songs did you audition with to get into your high school, college acapella groups? You want to go first?
I remember I sang Everlong freshman year, and that did not work for me.
I don't remember. Well, I wasn't there.
Oh yeah, you weren't there.
That's great.
But when I did get in, I sang Lights by Ellie Goulding.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah. Anyway.
I should remember, but I don't. I'm so sorry.
You're like, that's a great question, but we have no answer for you.
Molly called out the song I sang. I sang Price Tag by Jessie J, and I wore a big old flower in my hair. And then for the callback, this is for BU Troublemakers, and for the callback, I sang Settle Down, of course. And I wore the big old flower in my hair again. And that was that. Maybe we should do spicy sauce number 2.
Oh, yeah, sure. Maybe one of us can talk while the other
That's
eats.
great. You can talk.
Okay, cool. So we're talking about some more, we're going for the Pain is Good green sriracha pepper sauce right now. Oh, we got a question. If you could be in any acapella group right now, which one would it be? You can answer separately for high school, collegiate, and professional. That's a great question, Sophia. Thank you for that. Which acapella group I'd want to be in? There's so many good high school groups right now.
I'm going in for hot sauce number 2. So here we go.
I think for me, I would probably go for. I love Vocal Rush from OSA in Oakland. They're like they're everything. There's other great groups, but that's what I'd choose. For collegiate, I think I'm really Gestalt is what I'm gonna go for. I am a stan, as they say, of Gestalt. And then for professional, the Swingles. Yeah, I think that maybe.
When the Swingles call.
Our friend actually auditioned for the Swingles, which is a fun fact, and I won't tell you who it is.
Let's see. High school, One Voice. I love One Voice and would love to be in One Voice. college. College, maybe the BU Troublemakers. I don't know. And professional, maybe Birdland Avenue. They sound pretty cool. Very bad answers, and I'm sorry.
So the first questions that we have are, do we want this or this?
That.
Mm-hmm. Kayla, what was the first concert you went to?
Well, as far as I can remember, and I'm not sure if there was like maybe a concert before this, but I went to Glee Live at Radio City. I think I might have been in high school. I don't really remember like how I got the tickets or how it happened, but I loved it.
Was it like the actual cast members?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
Darren Chris like walked by my seat, and I was like, hello. Oh, I didn't say hello. Loud? I just watched like, oh, okay, that's you. What was the first concert you ever went to?
I went to, I think this is very consistent with my personality. I went to a Weird Al concert at the Sacramento State Fair, which was a real time for me. It was honestly a great show. Weird Al's a great musician, and I loved like weird, quirky music when I was a kid. So my cousin took me, and it was everything that I wanted.
Amazing. Rod Packa. Hi, Rod. He just asked, what was my favorite Rachel solo uncle? I feel like I have to say Don't Rain on My Parade. I just have to say that because that's the song that she sings. And yeah. Okay. So one of our other questions was, who was your favorite artist growing up? Evan?
That's a tough question. I didn't really listen to pop music until...
Because you were different.
Well, my mom says it that like when she was raising me and my brother that we didn't... that she just kind of missed out on music while she was raising us. So it was kind of this big gap. Like there was what she liked, which was like the Bee Gees and Stevie Wonder, and I listened to those a bunch. There was one like pop CD that we had in the car, which was the Backstreet Boys Greatest Hits CD. It wasn't even like in the moment. It was like after. So I wouldn't say that they were my favorite. They're definitely not my favorite. But in middle school, my brother got like an MP3 player. And then on the MP3 player was like Clint Eastwood by the Gorillaz was on that. So I was like real into that and like had like kind of bad taste in middle school. So I listened to like a lot of like trashy rap music, like super Bay Area stuff. Anyway, so that's a horrible answer. How about you?
I think the first artist I like really liked was Imogen Heap, and that was probably in middle school. And I was like, she's cool. I like the sounds that she makes.
That's way cooler than mine.
And then obviously Ingrid Michaelson became a staple singer in my life, and she's my favorite still to this day.
Molly asks, if you could be any musician for one day, who would it be and what would you do for that day?
Oh my gosh, I would be Jacob Collier because I feel like he would just have so much energy and I could just run around and be nuts and just go wild.
I feel like
that'd be very fun.
If you were to be him, to me that would be like knowing what being on like psychedelic drugs is like, just
probably.
To be in his world.
Yeah.
How would I answer that question?
What's the question?
Could be any musician for one day.
Oh.
I don't know. Like I think it'd be fun to like be like I don't know, like a rap, like a non-relevant rapper, like 50 Cent. Like just to be 50 Cent. Like what does he spend his time doing?
He buys things with 50 cents.
I think he has more than 50 cents.
No, he only has 50. Were you just gonna say?
No.
You wanna? I think it's time for number 3.
Cool. While do you want to go first? This is the secret aardvark habanero hot sauce, which is the only one that's on the actual Hot Ones show. Shake it.
I got a lot on there, so this is gonna be good for me.
But I would highly recommend checking out the Hot Ones show if you like interview stuff. There's like really fun ones, like I can't think of any of them. Like Terry Crews is on it and was great. It's just seeing celebrities in pain is great. And so we were like, let's also make ourselves in pain. The next question that we were going to ask was, who are your favorite artists at the moment?
My favorite artist at the moment, Third Story, definitely. Yeah, they just dropped their album and I've been listening to that all week and I love Third Story. Amber Mark little Anthony Polito introduced me to her, and I think I'm going to be seeing her soon live. She's wonderful. Moses Sumney. If you don't know who Moses Sumney is, you should be listening to him because he's so good. And we saw him live a couple months ago, and he basically does like a lot of live looping and whatnot, and hand clapping and body perk kind of stuff. He's very, very awesome. And then Oh Wonder, they're British. A lot of vocoder stuff and vocals, and they're great. And that's who I'm listening to at the moment. Evan, who are you listening to at the moment? My tongue is burning.
We definitely took it up a level here, so I just want to let you know that it is happening. It is taking effects. My
really
favorite,
open the window.
off the top of my head, I think Theo Katzman is a guy that I like a lot. I went through a Wolf phase in 2017, and that was a time. But I think Theo has a little bit more staying power for me in terms of re-listenability. I'm really excited for Kimbra's new album. Every single that's been coming out has been so good.
Kimbra.
I just love her stuff, and like the visuals that are going with her videos are so good. And this is really just one song, but Kayla showed me the song by this band called Acapella or something. They have a song called Thin that is just so good. It just like has the best those like minimalist drops. I think Kayla's feeling it now. Rodrigo asked, where do you think the future of acapella is going, if you can describe it? If not, who are some people who are doing the most innovative music for you?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I couldn't focus.
Kayla's feeling it. While she reads that, I think for me,
I feel like we'll probably have similar answers.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. The future of acapella. I think electro music is becoming more popular. I think Muse is getting into that field actually with Del Mel.
Her name on Facebook was Del Manicky.
Del Mel Manicky
so it's really hard
doing some really sick things with percussion pads and whatnot. So that's really awesome. Live looping obviously is getting bigger, and I want to see more of that. Jessica Friedman just posted a live looping video, and it's an original song, and it's very, very good, and I've listened to it multiple times, and that I think is an awesome thing that's happening. Do you have an answer?
Yeah, I mean, they were the past and present still of acapella, but I think what are they called? Aurora's EP is dropping, I think, sometime this year, and when we were at SoJam, they were giving out like download codes for like demos of the EP, and it's super, super good, and I think people are gonna vibe to that really hard, because it's Aurora but like updated to 2017, which I'm really into. But I think the future of acapella, to be honest, is beatboxing, and in as much as I think that's the art form, and I think body percussion too, of like there's sounds that are yet undiscovered to be used, because there's only so many syllables that exist that are different, like, but beatboxers are making sounds that are things that are on the radio, and I think that's just where everything is trending. And so
check out our episode with Keith Terry if you want to learn more about body perk or more about beatboxing with Chris Solis.
Yes, indeed. And also we did a panel at Laugh called the future of acapella, and we talked about the future of acapella and vocal music with a bunch of talented people: Rob Dietz, Mike Jankowski, Christina Wilson,
Marone, who I think is watching actually.
Yes,
Hi,
Danny
Marone.
Levsky, and Lily.
Lily.
Yeah. So we'll link that up in the show notes if you want to check that out. But I think that everything's going in the right place for me. It's just like, I think what acapella needs to move forward is not using acapella as like a gimmick, just like it's music. So how do we like make new music, and just figuring out different ways to do that.
Yeah. I think we should step it up with the hot sauce.
Oh, you're right.
Number 4.
Yeah. I'll do it first.
Okay.
We've got Frankie V's Spooky White Hot Sauce.
Spooky. I feel spooky right now. So we actually have a fun little playlist called Accidentally Acapella. So if you're looking for some new music that isn't traditionally defined as acapella. We have that playlist, and it has artists like Moses Sumney. Who else is on there? Madison McFerrin. There's a lot of cool artists on there, so we will plug that and take a listen, and maybe you'll hear something new that you like. Okay, hot sauce number 4.
So
spooky.
So this one, it didn't hit me yet. So I think we dodged a bullet, but and I really coated the wing. But you know what? Actually, as I keep talking, it's slowly coming out here. Anyway, alrighty, we're here. We're doing it. The question that we have written down, it's hitting me like a little bit. We're getting there. We're warm. We're warming it up. I feel like I'm talking a lot. The question is why you like vocal music. This is your question, Kayla. So I will begin. I was actually just thinking about this the other day. Of like, I spend a lot of my time thinking about vocal music and acapella and like, why do I like it? And it's because with traditional music, with instruments or whatever, it's kind of, there's so many permutations of it that have been done. And to me, acapella is yet an untapped like art form to like make new sounds and different type of music that doesn't exist, because it's a lot of effort to make things with vocals, and like I think it produces a lot of interesting results. And so like even like back when I've mentioned this a few times on the show, but I was a huge sing-off nerd and watched so many episodes of that. And like what got me into that, like when PTX started doing like electronic stuff, it was so much more compelling to me than like doing it on a computer, because like on a computer you just like press a few buttons and like that's it. But with like the vocal, like with voices, you have to really like dig into the thing to like make it. And I just think it's like such an emotive instrument that like, I mean, I just found like any music that I listened to, I would just like, it's the vocals that stood out for me that I liked. Like I watched Oh Brother Where Art Thou in like middle school, and like I liked the harmonies of it is what I liked, but I just didn't realize that at the time. But as I've gotten older, I've just clearly like distilled that like that's the thing that I enjoy. How about you?
I think it's similar for me. I mean, I think singing is the most vulnerable thing that we can do as like humans. It's very natural and very just it's you when you're singing. It's your own vocals. So I think it's just a cool thing that we were able to make music out of just our own voices. And I think also I like that there's a lot of opportunity for growth and innovation with vocal music in a way that isn't necessarily there with other types of music. I can't really focus right now because my mouth is kind of on fire. But yes, I love vocal music, and I also think with the growth of technology and different loop stations and different ways you can innovate on stage, the possibilities are kind of endless at this point and at this rate. So I think it's a very creative outlet. Okay. Number 5.
Luke has a question for us, actually. What is the most rewarding and most challenging part about podcasting?
We're going into XXXX reserve for X's.
But Melinda looks nice, right? Like she seems friendly.
This is it's a friendly hot sauce for us that we're gonna eat. Can I have that?
I put a lot of it on mine. So we're just gonna. Oh my god. Okay. We're at another level. That is, I'm feeling the X's. The XXX. X. That was a lot. This is great. We're killing it. What was the question?
Nervous.
Oh, right. Luke said, what's the most rewarding and most challenging part about podcasting? Well, I think the most challenging part is this right now, just being this and doing this. What's the most rewarding part? It's been awesome to just talk to all these different different people. They're just
You need assistance?
Yeah, do you want to answer?
I need a moment to gather my bearings. I think the most challenging part is that there's actually so much I had it together for a second, but I just lost it. Wait. Okay. The most challenging part is there actually is so much work that goes in behind the scenes in terms of finding people to outreach, doing the outreach, finding the time, scheduling times to do all these different recordings, prepping for each episode. We have to do our research, obviously, on the person that we're having on. And then Evan does all the editing, so editing each episode, and then I have to draw the sketches. So there's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes. And for something that isn't, it feels like a part-time job, even though it's just a hobby and a thing that we love to do, and that's why we do it. But there is a lot that happens. And I'm going to drink some milk because I think my mouth needs that.
Yeah, that's definitely the challenge, but like we recorded an episode with Acapella on Friday morning at 7 a.m. because of the Singapore time difference, and like things like that are like challenging, but it's like so fun. Like we talked to Peter from Acapella and Cal, and it was just so fun. It was fun. I mean, I said the same thing 10 times. Tanvi asked a question earlier that I don't want to ignore, which was, if you could choose any other voice part, which would you choose and why?
Oh, that's a good question.
And I really just wish, like, I just want the extremes. Like, I just want to be a sop 1 or like a bass 7. Like, I just one like I don't know. Just being a baritone is just like ugh. Like it's like you get nothing. But like I want to do that or that because that's what people need.
I want to do that. That's a good answer.
I'm gonna be right back. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I think my if I could be a different voice part, does vocal percussion count? I'm not sure who I'm asking this question. I think I was asking myself. So yeah, I could if I could be a different voice part, I would want to be a vocal percussionist, and because they're cool, and you could do fun things with your. Well, so Evan just took a break for a second, and he's probably gonna come back. He's gonna come back shortly. He's just taking care of something very quickly. Okay, so another question that we wanted to talk about. I'm gonna ask myself a question since this one person interview at the moment. What seminal experience or performance brought you into acapella music? So I think I saw a video. Okay, so Evan is back, and
sorry about that, guys.
He's back, and we're gonna continue. I saw a video of Ingrid Michaelson doing a looping thing for Evan, you look kind of different.
It's the secret aardvark sauce. It really changed me.
I think the hot sauce changed your appearance.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. All right, great. Was there anyway? So that Ingrid Michaelson video of her doing a looping cover of Night Swimming was really just so great, and that was a seminal video for me. So Evan, what was a seminal experience for you? Any big performances or shows that you saw where you're like, oh, I love that. That makes me want to do acapella forever.
Yeah, I think since I was also at that concert with you when you saw Glee. I think since we're childhood best friends, I think
are we childhood best friends?
Yeah, Darren Chris is my best friend.
Oh, I
actually have to be right back.
I'm wearing Justin's turtleneck. So if you don't know, that was Justin Critchfield, a vocalite, multiple award-winning, outstanding vocal percussionist. So just
how many awards have you won? Yeah. Four with Varsity Vocals. He's a star. Okay.
Oh, Jason says, boss, what were you talking about? I was like in my own world.
We were talking about seminal experiences. And actually, I didn't get to that, but that Ingrid Michaelson video was big for me. But 2 years ago at Boss, seeing the Vassar Devils crush it in their set was really pretty profound for me. That was a really awesome performance. I'm gonna go to the final hot sauce. I think. I think.
Have we done 5?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We did do 5.
Yes. Okay. Let's do it.
So we're here, and we are going to go on our final. I'm very nervous. Our final hot sauce, and it is ghost pepper.
It says to use
And
one
Justin
drop.
is gonna join us for this.
Thank you to everybody joining.
I can feel my body burning already. Okay.
I think I'm gonna do a few drops. It says to do one drop.
I think you should only do one, maybe. Justin's gonna do it on a chip,
Yeah.
on a Chipotle chip.
Chipotle is best. It's sponsored by Chipotle. Holy God.
This episode is sponsored by
Chipotle.
Chipotle, the
All right.
pepper, not the actual.
Shout
not-
out to
not the
Dave.
fast food brand, fast casual brand.
Okay, I did maybe too much, but we're here. We did it,
Are
and
you-
it's gonna be okay.
Can you show people what is occurring? It says only use a drop. Evan, that's way too
There's
much.
like 4 drops minimum.
All right. I'll get a little bit off, but it's for the fans.
It's a final. It's the
gonna count
final.
down?
You're
Oh my
just put that
God.
whole thing in your mouth. I'm nervous for you. I'm getting secondhand heat. Okay, I'm gonna eat mine too.
So
Oh
it doesn't start too bad.
no. Oh God. Oh God.
It starts okay. I think it has like a good flavor.
I didn't get anything.
Any sauce? Did you not put sauce on?
No, I did. I'm feeling. Oh,
I feel hot in my face.
it doesn't. I feel quite normal actually.
Yeah, it's actually not.
Maybe I
doesn't-
need to do a little bit more.
It doesn't feel too bad. I think I might.
Feel, oh,
I
now
almost
it's
wanna
going
do
down
another
my
one.
throat.
It's not helping. Oh my God. There's no escape.
It's kind of getting hotter.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm feeling the heat. Okay, so we're gonna do some final questions
Yeah.
while we're on our final.
And if anybody has any, throw them out.
Oh, it just hit the spot. It just hit a spot. It's a very, very warm in my throat. Okay. Favorite vocal songs. Do we have some favorite acapella songs? Let's talk about that. So, one of my favorite acapella songs is "Carry Your Heart" by Aurora. Very, very good. "Eyes on the Prize," Julia Easterlin. One Voice does a cover of "Make It Holy" by the Staves, and it's
Hell yeah.
out of this world. Very, very good. What else is there? Obviously love Third Story. So Hotline Bling. If you haven't seen their cover of Hotline Bling, they're live looping it. And it's so awesome. And then one of my all-time favorite ones is this video of Bon Iver and the Staves performing Heavenly Father at the Sydney Opera House, I believe. And it's on YouTube, and it's the most raw performance, and it's really, really cool. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. My tongue is the hot.
On fire.
Yeah.
Yep. So good.
Evan, what
I'm
are
doing my
your
best.
favorite vocal songs?
I really don't feel like it was that bad. I think I kind of passed through it a little bit, and I feel like I need another one.
I don't.
Should I bite a pepper?
We have a pepper, so we got this pepper as a backup just in case. Ouch to my tongue. Maybe not that. Maybe more hot sauce. How about that?
I'll just do one more. I'll do one more. How about
So what were your favorite acapella or vocal songs in general?
that? Well, you mentioned it, but the Vassar Devils were I put a lot more on. Oh, it's dripping. I'm just gonna do it. It's a lot. Oh, I feel it on that one.
Oh, I can't watch this. This is painful.
I'm really glad that I'm doing this for all of our 9 watchers right now.
I also love that you changed into a turtleneck, so it would really capture
Oh yeah,
your
it's
heat
really letting
better.
me.
And I'm gonna open the window a little bit more. Great.
I can't think straight.
Favorite vocal song.
Favorite vocal song. Favorite vocal song. I feel.
maybe this will help. So apparently, if you're vegan, you can't drink milk, which helps with heat. But apparently peanut butter, which I probably shouldn't be touching right now, peanut butter is good to help subdue some of the heat.
I'm crying.
So Evan's crying, and he's going to eat his peanut butter, and everything is going to be good.
Ooh, that peanut butter is good. I just want to. All right. I don't know if this is a hot sauce, but I just. Okay.
I'll try not to eat the peanut butter.
There's a lot of peanut butter in my mouth.
I'm allergic to it.
Hey, Dante. Thanks for joining. I just ate a ghost pepper. I just want to say, I just want to thank everybody who's watching right now. It's the few, the proud, the Marines, the Army. but listen, like, you're why we do this, okay? Like, this is what it's all about. And I just, we were talking to Justin, and, like, random people just come up to us, and they're like, we love the podcast, and that means so much to me. I just, you're the reason that we do this. I mean, it's fun for us. You're the Head Voice Army. We love it. Thanks, Molly. Just love you a lot, What do you have to say about that?
You're just very, I feel like you're very emotional right now, which is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, I'm shocked that people listen to this. Obviously, we do this because we love it so much, but whenever I see that people have listened or that they tell us that they've been listening or they're talking to us, it's... I'm just so very grateful. I think we're going to start wrapping up soon, but if you have any final questions for us, hit us with your best shots.
I think this is a good time to ask me questions.
Okay, Molly said, what do you call Head Voice fans? Fannies?
Fannies? No, it's not a nickname for the fans. It's for to all our fannies. We just want the saliva is uncontrollable. Molly Wasser just said, Head Voice fans are heads. I think
that's a good option.
I love all our heads. Actually, you know how we were gonna wrap it up?
Yeah.
I have to say words. This is how we're gonna wrap it up. We usually like to close our episodes with what's next on the plate for our guests. So, like, what's next besides I finished my plate. What's on the Oh yeah. Our fans are heads. What's on the plate for you, Kayla? Next in your life.
What's on the plate?
Not just music, but music and life and everything.
Yeah, sure. In life in general, I work in marketing, so that's currently occurring. I can't speak. I'm taking marketing courses, and I'm actually probably going to pursue a master's in advertising.
So cool.
What else is on the plate? I am. Anyway, so what else is on my plate? More Birdland music, which is awesome. More coming out soon. Personal music, working on original stuff. And
it's good.
And yeah, that's currently occurring. What's on the plate for you, Evan? Besides your empty plate of leftover hot sauce.
That was a lot of sauce. Something that is exciting for I'm moving into this place in a few months. Kayla and a few of our other friends, shout out to Tanvi and Kevin, are all gonna live in the same place. So we're gonna be writing music and doing original things, and I'm excited for that. Working hard on Bay State Sound, the live sound company in Boston. If you want to talk to me about that, shameless plug. And lastly, yeah, lots of Birdland stuff planned. We have a fun concert that we were invited to in April that I'm really excited to announce. And lastly, my friend Kevin, who's moving back into this place, we have a band called The Pearls. We put out an EP in January, but we're scoring a film for our friend Dante, who's watching right now.
Yay.
We're like the band in that movie, and we might do a soundtrack. So we're working on that, working on hopefully a full-length album. I just said a lot of stuff. I'm kind of coming down off the hot sauce. Thank you for listening or watching if you were tuning in at all today. This has been a ridiculous a ridiculous thing. Um, but yes, honestly, just thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We've got lots of cool stuff planned. Oh, one thing on the plate for us as Head Voice is one, we've got some content coming your way, but two, we're going to be at the Boston Sings Festival, and we're actually leading a panel called, what is it called?
Bursting the Aka Bubble.
Bursting the Aka Bubble, and it's really exciting. We're talking to people that are outside of the acapella scene, and we're going to talk about how to integrate music, real music into acapella. So look for more info on that, and we'll have that in the show notes.
Yeah, and I think that concludes this episode for today. Thank you for joining us on this hot journey. And I think I'm gonna go drink some milk and maybe eat some normal food that isn't spicy.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a lot of peanut butter in my mouth. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
And
Signing off.
We hope that you join us next week
for a new episode of Head Voice.
Heads are out,
Heads
baby.
are out.